Today is the 28th of April 2026, and I just got into this trade on EURJPY with the 88 precision strategy, which is just based on the concept of pullback continuation. Understand? Let me just briefly explain it. Whenever I'm trying to catch a bullish movement, I wait for price to break across a resistance. Assuming this place is a resistance, then it will retest it as support. I wait for a pullback to retest it as support. Then I'll look for a continuation entry to the upside. Same as trying to catch a bearish movement. I wait for price to break a support level, retest it, pull back, retest it as resistance. Then I'll look for a continuation entry to the downside. So that's just basically the concept of the strategy. So as you can see here, this is a resistance level, although this is not where the price broke across. Actually, the resistance was at this point here. So I'm sorry, it was at this point. So as you can see, there are multiple rejections here, and also here is also a resistance. Also, multiple rejections here at this point. So broke across this resistance. Price broke across this resistance. Come back to retest it as support, and if you can see, it has rejected this place multiple times. One, two, and this is the third time. So I look for a continuation entry. I usually get my entries on the 15 minutes and the 30-minute time frame. I wait for price to cross the 15 EMA on both the 15 minutes and the 30-minute time frame. Price to cross and close across the 15 EMA. As you can see, price cross and close across the 15 EMA time frame, but the market gapped actually. That's why I don't know why it dipped, but I'm expecting if my bias is correct, I'm supposed to be out of drawdown soon. But if it's not correct, then so be it. Same thing on the 15-minute time frame, and that's just how I got my entry. I wait for both the 15-minute and the 30-minute time frame to be aligned before execution. Then I take profit. I set my take profit according to levels of Fibonacci extension. So I can see I drew my Fibonacci from the swing low to the swing high. That's for bullish movement. Then I mount it. And also from why this level is also a valid level, because the pullback it also aligns with the 38.20 50 Fibonacci pullback level for entries, and my take profit is set to the minus 61.80 extension. Although I put it to this level, I shift my take profit to this level because this is where the level align on the H1 is a valid level on the H1 time frame. I think H1, H4, whatever, it aligns here perfectly. So from my data, whenever I set my take profit at 61.80 and the level, and there's a level there above it or below it, depending on the direction, it usually gets to that point. So I'm not setting my take profit based on guessing. I'm setting it based on from previous data, and I've seen it happen multiple times. Then my stop loss set behind structure. As you can see, I marked this thing. Once price invalidates this point, except news weak me out and maybe goes to my favor, but as long as price did not break this point, the whole bias is still valid. You understand? So, but once price comes down to take me out of this trade, the whole setup is invalidated, and there's no point getting into the trade. And even though it happens, which is very rare, then so be it. One trade doesn't define anyone. You understand? One trade cannot define your entire career. So that's just the concept of this trade. Let me just do my trades. You understand? The pullback continuation, ATT precision. That's my strategy. Let's see how the market unfolds. I'll update you guys on the next. Currently, just took a loss on this trade. Think what caused this spike downward was the news event. Let's see. That's BOJ outlook, BOJ policy rate, monetary policy statement. I think that's what causes downward spike. Regardless, you can't win all your trades, you understand? It's just added to my data of my whatever win rate, you understand? The whole entire setup has been invalidated, losing 220. My initial stop loss was I think 205. I don't know the spread and whatever made it to get 220. But it's what it is, man. I'm done for the day. Quickest quickest setup for the I think for this month. I think I don't know. But whatever. See you on the next one. Peace out.